Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me using affordable makeup. So basically what that means is I'm just going to be using everything I got from like Chemist Warehouse, Amazon, Priceline, and yeah, pretty much drugstore labeled makeup. So if you're interested, then just keep on watching. So first up, I'm going to use the NYX Primer. I don't normally use primers, but this is really good. I have been really enjoying it actually. So it's pretty much just like a creamy moisturizer, but it actually goes tacky on your face and makes your foundation like stick to your face better. And I just find this makes my foundation last a lot longer throughout the day. If you can see, it's like tacky. Also, I apologize for any background noise. My husband is playing Rocket League and he's very noisy. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to be using the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. It's probably a little bit too dark for me, so I might actually have to mix it, and I'll mix it with the Superstay, the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint. But we'll see how we go. But basically I got this because I've just heard really good things about it. It's meant to be like full coverage and transfer proof and all that sort of stuff, and I'm super keen on finding as many transfer proof foundations as possible. So to apply that, I normally go in with my MAC 170 brush. I do love this very much, but I want to try and keep it as affordable as possible, like overall. So I'm going to be using the NYX buffing brush. I don't know, oh, it's the 03. This, guys, if you want affordable brushes that are really good, these, any NYX brushes, they're amazing. Like, it hasn't faded, like nothing's faded from it. And I've had this for 15 or 20 years, probably 20 years actually. I've had this for so long, and look how pretty, like it still looks so good. Like you wouldn't know that I've had this for so long. Anyway, I'm rambling. So I'm gonna give this a good shake because this is like it's a really thin texture and it's got like a dropper. So it's like, yeah, so it's like a really runny, not super runny. I gotta shake. This definitely looks too dark for me, like right off the bat. So I'm just going to get some of the other foundation. Yeah, I'm not going to do a wear test or anything like that, but if you would like to see a wear test on this one, let me know. This is probably still going to be too dark. Let's see how we go. So it's really interesting, like in my viewfinder, this looks really yellow, but I can assure you that this is more on the neutral side. Like this is a very nice neutral shade and it is not pulling yellow in person at all. This is definitely too dark, but I'm not going anywhere today. Like we're literally just getting ready to go nowhere. So there has been so many new releases at the drugstore, or actually just everywhere, to be honest. And I have so many video ideas. And honestly, I don't even know where to start. So if there's anything you guys want to see, like seriously, let me know because I will do it. This is really nice. This is like a soft matte finish. Oh yeah. I've been doing a few foundation wear tests this week. Yeah, I got a bit of foundation fatigue. And that says a lot coming from me because foundation's actually my favorite like makeup product basically. Like I have so many foundations, guys, like, and I've tried so many foundations over the years. It's actually ridiculous. So that looks really nice. Like I put the price up here. It's really affordable, but this looks really smooth. In case you haven't seen any of my other videos, I have oily skin and I have dry skin around my mouth. I have enlarged pores, especially around here, and I have issues with foundation settling into these lines and like emphasizing my smile lines, and I hate it. Like I know pretty much right off the bat if I like a foundation based on that. Like some foundations will just immediately make it look, you know, dry, cakey, and more emphasized. So it's really hard for me to find a foundation that works for me because I'm oily, really oily here, like nose, forehead, and like right here, but then I'm really dry around my mouth. Make sure my skincare is like top notch, otherwise I just look ridiculous. So I just realized I don't have an affordable concealer. I have one on the way. I'm trying the new NYX concealer. I think it's the Make 'em Wonder concealer. It's on its way, but yeah, I don't have anything at the moment. So we're just gonna have to make do. I might actually use a tiny bit. See how this goes. I'm actually really nervous to do this, but I'm gonna try a bit of that Maybelline foundation or the skin tint. It's a bit lighter, so I'm just going to make do. I wanna try and keep this as affordable as I can. And also this hopefully can teach you that you don't need a million different products like what you see on YouTube. And unfortunately this brush is not. Drugstore. Also another brand at the drugstore that's really good, that does brushes really well, is Real Techniques. I'll pop them up here. They are awesome. Actually, I could have used this, but I'm going to save it for powder. So this is a Real Techniques brush, what that looks like. So yeah, I've had this for probably 10 years. I would start at NYX and Real Techniques if you are new to makeup and don't have like a huge budget. Like I would definitely go and check those brands out at Priceline. I think Chemist Warehouse has them as well, even Amazon. All right, so next I'm gonna go in with cream bronzer. This is the Milani Cheek Kiss bronzer in Hey Honey. So that's just, it's good for fair skin, which is pretty much me at the moment. So I'm going to use a relatively affordable brush. So this is from the Sephora collection. This is the 64 brush, and you can see it is domed. If you were here in person, you could see a bit easier that it's quite dense, but it's got it's like thinned out at the very top. So it's kind of fluffier, and it's kind of got like thinner bristles towards the end. So this is really good for literally like anything, like cream products, powder products. You can do foundation, bronzer, blush. You can use this for so many different things. But yeah, so the Sephora collection is like, it's not drugstore pricing by any means, but for what they are, they're pretty affordable, I guess. I think Sephora collection is definitely slept on. I'm just tapping over the foundation. I'm not wiping because I don't want to disrupt the foundation that I've just applied underneath. So I'm just keeping it slightly above like the hollows of my cheek to kind of give a lifted effect. And then I'm going to contour my 5 head. So I'm going to try and go easy with this because my foundation's obviously a bit dark for me at the moment. I feel like if I add too much bronzer, then it will look even worse. Not that I'm going anywhere, but you know, I don't want to, you know, I want to put in a good effort, you know, for myself. Why not? All right, so she's got her helmet on, her contour helmet. Okay, so before I go in with anything else, like powders, I'm going to lightly set the face because this is quite matte, so I don't actually need to use a lot of powder, but I'm going to use the NYX Wonder Snatch setting powder. This is in the shade Sugar Serve, shade 1. I haven't used this yet. I did open it, but I'm really impressed actually with the packaging because if you look inside, it's closed. If you twist it, it opens it up. So it's really good for travel. Oops. Yeah, it's really good for travel because if you know, you know, you can get powders literally or you open it up and it's like completely full because all of the powder's just gone through the sifter. So I just tipped some into my hand and I'm going to use that Real Techniques brush. This is the 402 brush. It's just like a little tapered brush. I'm really excited to use this because I'm gonna go on a mini tangent here, but I just tossed out a bunch of my makeup because I got really sick for like 2 years and I was not wearing makeup. And either 1, it all expired, and 2, I had to stop wearing fake tan because it was making me more sick. And all of my makeup was suitable for really tan skin. So I've had to like rebuild my collection again to suit my natural skin tone, which is so not a bad thing. I think that's really great, like a blessing in disguise. But anyway, like I literally had no setting powders. I only had the Givenchy Prism Lead powder, like the original one, which is freaking awesome. But you know, they've discontinued it or reformulated it. and it's just not the same. Not that I've tried it, but I'm too scared to try it. Everyone hates it, so that's the only setting powder I have, but I don't want to keep using that because you guys can't buy it. So I'm like, I'm gonna rebuild my collection. I'm gonna try some drugstore options, and I also have bought the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder, and that's on the way. So I'm really excited to see like kind of what I like again, because I feel like my skin has changed so much since being MIA for 2.5 years. Like I don't know what I like anymore. My skin's different, I'm older, my taste has changed, and like I used to spend so much money on all these new viral products, and now I'm just wanting to buy things that are like timeless, that everyone, like just staples that everyone can rely on and everyone loves. Upon first impressions, this is really like user friendly. This is like probably the best setting powder I've ever used at the drugstore. I've used the Maybelline Fit Me, and for some reason I just couldn't get into it. It was raved about for like years and years. Like people absolutely love that setting powder, but honestly I think it's just because there was no other options. It was probably the best for what it was, but this powder absolutely shits on it. Okay, so I've just lightly set my T-zone and like my jawline. Probably didn't need to, but it's actually not too matte. And I kind of just realized I sort of messed up because I don't have an affordable eyeshadow palette, which I need to change. Apparently Makeup Revolution has a really good one, like a really good like Patrick Tar dupe, so I might try that for you guys, because my goodness, that palette is so expensive. So probably what I'll do is get my concealer brush again and just go in with the Milani. I know I just powdered, but this cream is pretty good even over powder. I wouldn't recommend it. If you remember to put on cream beforehand, I would definitely recommend that. But as you can see, like if you do forget, it's okay because it's actually going on really nice. And as you can see, I'm really messy about my application. I'm just going literally all over the lid and then like sweeping out. And it's really interesting, even though I did just powder and I brought that down my nose, it didn't disrupt the foundation or the powder. Like it's not looking cakey, it's not bunching up or anything like that. So wow, I'm really impressed. Cool. So next I'm going to go in with the Milani baked blushes. This is the Merry Amour color in 03 Berry Amour. So it just looks like this. This literally reminds me of like MAC blushes. So I really need to get more of, actually, I'd say this is relatively affordable as well. This is from Morphe. This is the this is the Morphe X Ariel, like the Ariel collaboration with Morphe. This is the A22 brush. So it's literally just like a really fluffy, like it's not very densely packed. It's like pretty easy to use, but I'm just, using this for blush. But I don't know how much, I don't remember exactly how much this brush is, but Morphe is pretty affordable, relatively affordable. But yeah, it's not a drugstore product. You can get it from, if you live in Australia, you can get it from Mecca. You can get it from the Morphe store online. I'll list everything down below so that's like pretty easy to find. But yeah, I absolutely love these blushes. They're so easy to use and you can build them up. Like they're pretty sheer, but they build up really nicely. These are, in my opinion, the best blushes you can get from the drugstore. And in fact, I'd say I use these over my high-end blushes. Like they're just so easy to use, so beautiful. They last you forever. And again, they're affordable, which is amazing. Like they're always on sale. So that's a huge win. Yeah, as you can see, it's also got little gold flexes in it. And if you've watched me before, I normally do my brows first and I didn't, which is really It's not great. I don't actually recommend, I personally wouldn't recommend doing your brow gel after everything, depending on the brow gel obviously, but this one can get a bit, it's a bit messy, but it's worth it. It's like the best brow gel on the market in my opinion. Like depends what you want out of a brow gel, but I have very thick hairs and they're very stubborn, and this is the only brow gel that lifts them up and keeps them up. It's like glue. So normally I would do it first, because what can happen is when you're brushing up, the product can get into your foundation and it will like break it up. Like it'll just make it look terrible. Okay, so this does take a bit to dry, so I might move on to my mascara. Actually, what I might do before I move on to mascara is I might I've got my blush for a little monochromatic moment. I'll just sweep that through, just focusing on the top of my crease, top of my lid, not crease. Show you a swatch. Like for the people who want a lot out of their blush, I still think you would like this. Like it doesn't show up much, but it just builds up so nicely. And there's some that would work really well as a topper, like a blush topper, if you like mixing your blushes. Like if you had a cream blush on and you wanted to set it down, this would be perfect because it's not too much pigment, but it's enough to set it down but retain the color, if that makes sense. And they add a little bit of shine as well, like a little bit of a sheen. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, it kind of acts as a highlighter, like a really soft highlighter as well. So yeah, these are like the best product at the drugstore in my opinion. Damn it, I didn't bring my eyelash curler in. Oh. I am going to be using a new mascara. I haven't tried this one yet, and I'm so excited to try because I've heard nothing but good things. This is the Maybelline Sky Tubes mascara. This is basically a tubing mascara. If you haven't heard of what a tubing mascara does, basically what it does is it just coats your lashes basically in, you know, the product, but it wraps around your lashes sort of as like a gel. So it kind of just coats them. When you go to wash it off, you can pull it off and it sort of comes off. It's sort of like a rubber glove, I guess. It's like a rubber glove for your lashes, like for each individual lash. Like you can pull it off and it comes off in this little rubber, like this little rubber clump basically, and it's so good for your lashes. Well, I don't mean like it's nourishing or anything, but it's the least damaging. So you're not sitting there like scrubbing your lashes or whatever, like you might with maybe a normal mascara or waterproof mascara. But with tubing mascaras don't actually smudge. I mean, maybe they do on some people, like some formulas might, but for the most part, like I'm a pretty good candidate in the sense of I have very oily skin. My eyelids are super oily. Even when I like do my makeup and set it down and everything, they start to get oily throughout the day, and it usually breaks up the mascara. So I'd say 90, maybe even 95% of mascaras do not work for me. Even waterproof mascaras don't, because it's not that I need it to be waterproof, I need it to be oil proof. So unfortunately the oil still breaks up the formula, I guess. So tubing is not waterproof, so don't go swimming with this if you want your mascara to last all day. But you know, if it's a really humid day and you're sweating, if you're going to the gym, I highly recommend a tubing mascara. Sorry, that's a really long tangent, but honestly, it's really worth explaining, because I think a lot of people don't really explain the benefits of a tubing mascara and just how good they are. Like, I want to shout how good they are to the freaking rooftops. And so I'm very excited that Maybelline has done this, because I don't think Maybelline has done a tubing mascara. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they have. I have for years loved Maybelline mascaras. Like, they just do Maybelline, they
Have you ever had a dream that you do
even just drugstore mascaras, like the Essence ones, they're like $7. Like, they are incredible. They have a tubing one as well, but I haven't tried that one Milani has a good tubing one. Haven't tried that, I've just heard good things. But I might actually do a video for you guys ranking and trying all of the drugstore tubing mascaras, and I might rate like, or I might like narrow down like what is the best. Because I think I'm a really good candidate to like test them out basically. Anyway, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna actually put this on now. So yeah, I forgot to bring my eyelash curler in, but that means that we can test if it like holds a curl or not. That's probably the only downside to tubing mascaras, is that they generally don't hold a curl. Okay, so it can be a bit clumpy. Yeah, they don't curl lashes, or they don't hold the curl very well. But to be completely honest, I would rather my mascara actually stay and not smudge down my face. It's about compromising, I guess. So far, that's what it looks like. Oh, I should show you the wand. So that's what that looks like. Yeah, this is pretty much the same wand as the Tarte tubing mascara. Probably just a bit longer in width. And it's also very similar to the Hourglass tubing mascara. Okay, so that's what they look like. I think it looks amazing. That's just one coat really, and I'll leave that there because I will say this is quite a thick formula, but seriously, it's pretty much the same as the Tarte mascara, like almost identical. And it's I got this for 17 bucks at Chemist Warehouse, so it was like 50% off. So yeah, 50% off, something like that. So cheap in comparison. Like the Tarte mascara, for reference, is like, I think it's $50 or $60. Like I mean, I didn't curl them, but it hasn't weighed them down. I sort of want to build it up just so you can see, I guess, like if it's easily built up. So this side is kind of dry, so it's not really loving that. I think I found my new favorite mascara, guys. So I'm going to be using the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. This is in the shade Taupe. I think it's safe to say this has replaced my MAC brow pen, the one that I couldn't put down for the last million years. You can't buy that anymore. So I had to replace it with something you guys can actually buy. So this is a really good makeup day, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say this Catrice foundation absolutely shits on the foundations that I've just tested. Like, this is awesome. So I'm gonna be doing my lips now. So I'm gonna be using the Maybelline, what is this? The Lifter Liner. This is the shade On It. Like, this lip liner is so pigmented, guys. It's so creamy. Creamy, pigmented. It's amazing for overlining because it's just so pigmented that you just wouldn't know. Like, is that your real lip liner? Like, it's like the fullest coverage lip liner ever. Just a fair warning, this dries down really fast. So I would actually work in sections if you're wanting to blend it out. I'm actually going to use a different pencil liner to sort of like do an ombre effect. This is the Sephora collection, an 8-hour colorful transfer proof lip liner. So this is in Pink Frosting. So it's like a really cool tone pink. One day guys. Oh my God. So yeah, that's what that looks like. So I'll do that's what that looks like. So as you can see, well, I don't actually know if you can tell, but for me, it's actually a bit light for like an overall lip liner, which is shocking. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna focus that sort of like on the inner and just like do little lines, and then I'm gonna blend that out. So this is gonna work as kind of like a lipstick. This is gonna be the longest lasting lip ever, guys. Like, both of these are very long wearing. I love it. It's very grungy, actually. So you could leave it like this, but I'm gonna go over it with a Maybelline lipstick that I bought a while ago. So this is the Maybelline, oh God. Oh, Upstate Satin Lipstick in 101. I've seen this all over social media. It looks like it's giving Kim Kardashian's makeup brand. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. KKW Beauty, that's what it's giving. So, guys, when you buy this, please be careful. I'll show you why. Yeah, so it kind of came off and I opened it up a bit aggressively and it went flying in the car and I had to grab it because, come on, I just spent 20 bucks on this damn lipstick. I'm gonna fucking get my lipstick and I'm gonna pull all the fucking hairs out. Wasn't stoked about that, of course, but I haven't used it yet because I've just been so dejected about how it's broken and how delicate it is. It is so creamy, it is so delicate. So please be careful if you buy this. There's nothing more depressing. So yeah, that's what the color looks like. I'll do a delicate spot. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's what that looks like. So that's the lip liner and oh my God, that's the lipstick. They describe this as like a serum lipstick, which I obviously explains like how fragile it is. There's definitely some hairs in this. Oh my God. But you know, I can't bring myself to buy a new one, guys. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Such a waste. So I kind of just went over that pink lip liner, obviously. So it just depends on your vibe. Like, you could do one or the other or both. Like, it's, yeah. I just wanted to show you because it's such a unique color. And I just feel like no one talks about it. I'm really loving the look. I don't think I have anything else to do. I think this is it. But yeah, no, I really like it. Let me know what you think. It's like very like grungy, actually. Like pretty minimalist eyes and just like kind of a boldish lip. I love it. Okay, so let me know what you guys want to see next, hey? But yeah, like this makeup look is done, like I'm finished. So yeah, I'm going to spend my day doing absolutely nothing. Maybe play some games or edit or something like that. But yeah, look out for the second version of this. There will be more. Actually, I should mention, there is an Amazon Prime Day sale on the 7th of July to the 13th of July. That's when I'll be buying the rest of my stuff. Have a good day, whatever you guys are doing, and I will see you in my next video.